This video was made possible by Mizizi International, the official African diaspora clothing brand. Visit mizizishop.com for more information. In June 2018, Senegalese American rapper and singer Alion Damala Badara Akon Thiam, known mononymously as Akon, hopped onto the cryptocurrency train by announcing his own crypto coin known as Acoin. At Acoin launch, he also unveiled a fantastic vision, a real-life Wakanda, the technologically advanced utopia from Marvel's Black Panther, rising in his native Senegal, much to the excitement of many Pan-Africans both at home and in the diaspora. The futuristic metropolis, known as Akon City, would cost a hefty $6 billion price tag and run on 100% renewable energy, as well as the latest technologies of blockchain and cryptocurrency, specifically his Acoin crypto coin, as a medium of exchange. However, 6 years on, with Akon City marred by persistent delays, a lawsuit, minimal construction progress, and aggrieved investors clamoring for refunds they are being denied, doubts about its legitimacy have escalated. As the promise of Akon's Wakanda-inspired dream fades, a troubling question emerges, has Akon City been a grandiose scam all along? In today's video, we will explore what Akon City is, why it hasn't yet materialized, why people are beginning to suspect it is a scam, and what Akon himself has said about these allegations. Before we dive into our topic today, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channels and ringing the bell to be notified about all our exciting future videos. Akon City, envisioned as a sprawling $6 billion 2,000-acre marvel, is heralded as a groundbreaking mixed-use eco-friendly enclave designed to embrace and unite members of the African diaspora. Situated approximately 100 kilometers south of Dakar, along the Senegalese coast, this futuristic metropolis promises a diverse array of amenities, including condominiums, towering skyscrapers, commercial spaces, educational institutions, recreational parks, a vibrant technology hub, state-of-the-art music studios, production facilities for Senewood entertainment, a luxurious ocean resort, and a cutting-edge 5,000-bed hospital. Championed by Akon himself, who plans to retire there, the city aims to captivate both tourists and investors with its innovative design and sustainable ethos, epitomized by its commitment to run entirely on renewable energy. Renderings depict a breathtaking skyline dominated by sleek, ribbon-like structures, symbolizing a harmonious fusion of land and sea, like something out of the Afrofuturistic movie. If successful, it may be the first LEED certified project on the continent, since it would run on 100% renewable energy, most especially solar power. This smart city's development was proposed to be a decade-long project, with Akon announcing in October 2022 that construction of the city's first phase will begin in 2023 and completed in 2028. But several years since his announcement, Akon City has been marred by setbacks and delays, with the proposed site remaining largely barren save for foundational stone that was laid in 2020. Amidst the desolate landscape, only a solitary recreational center adorned with a colossal graffiti of Akon and a partially completed building dots the expansive 2,000-acre plot. The overwhelming majority of the land lies vacant, serving as grazing grounds for wild cattle, a far cry from the futuristic metropolis we were promised would be 100% ready by 2028. Adding to the mounting concerns is the unresolved issues surrounding the token of appreciation campaign launched 2 years before the introduction of Acoin, the cryptocurrency slated to power Akon City. Early financial backers, enticed by promises of a lucrative return, contributed nearly $300,000 under the guise of a donation, expecting to receive 4 tokens of appreciation for every dollar invested. But many of these investors have lost faith and now want their cash returned. Yet, despite assurances of refunds or the option of an Acoin MasterCard equivalent to the initial donation, aggrieved investors clamoring for their money back have been left empty-handed for years, raising alarming questions about the project's transparency and viability. Among these rising concerns, Akon recently sat on the BBC to talk about the project's vision and concerns. He blamed the coronavirus for delays and was adamant that the project was still alive, but acknowledged that he should have gotten more things in place before promoting it.
Politics has always been one of the biggest blockers of anything that forwards economy or the people. I would have unlocked information as things moved forward, because unfortunately, because of me promoting it before we got started, we never anticipated COVID, where everything would be pushed back 2 years. Because the beauty of it is, while we were doing that, we were still working with potential partners. And it gave us actually, a huge advantage, because then I was able to really, step back and evaluate companies that we can really partner with, that understood the terrain, that understood Africa, that had, real credibility in projects globally, but also had the experience to bring the kind of people we needed on board to kind of get that project going. Because had that not happened, I think I would have made some really fast decisions that I started making that allowed me to kind of wind back and say, whoa, hold on for a minute. Because I'm glad that happened, because had it did not happen, I would have made some decisions I probably would have had to unwind, for sure.
Okay, so when will we see construction work start on Akon City itself?
So the construction work, that is yet to be fully calendared. We'll start creating a scheduling according to when the studies all come back. So from the environmental studies to the sand studies, soil studies, all kind of studies that I don't even know what studies mean anymore. But ultimately, once they get all the results from there, then from there they'll kind of do what they do, engineers get all locked in, and then from there they'll put together a construction schedule according to when the studies all come.
When asked about the $300,000 worth of tokens of appreciation investors wanted back, after seeing no progress in either Akon or Akon City, this is what he had to say.
Unfortunately, me being who I wasn't monitoring the situation, and I wasn't as hands-on as I was supposed to be, or as I was led on to be, because I was the face, and this is, my idea and my dream. Now everything is under new management. All the people that did have tokens, we made sure that we got in contact with everybody to make sure that as we're building the super app, that whatever their contribution was to Akon, that same equity value will be, contributed back to them in this new project.
That was for people who chose that they wanted to stick with the project. Some people were offered a chance if you wanted to.
Despite Akon blaming the pandemic for the construction delays in Akon City, there are many red flags that lend credence to the theory of the entire mega project being a complete sham. First and foremost, Akon held a ceremony to officially announce his mega smart city to international media in August 2020, at a time when the world was deep into its battle with the coronavirus pandemic. Why then would he turn around and blame the same coronavirus for those delays? Surely, he could have waited till the pandemic was over to officially outdoor the project to international media. Also, suspicious is the fact that a lawsuit against Akon City is currently being heard in New York, with a former business partner of the locked-up hitmaker saying that the entire operation is nothing more than a Ponzi scheme. Music executive Divine Stevens claims that Akon owes him $4 million as a result of the lawsuit filed last year. Stevens wants a judge to freeze Akon's assets because he's having trouble collecting what he's owed. According to retired federal special agent Scott Thomason's findings, Akon City and his plan to run on a cryptocurrency called Akon Share many of the trademark characteristics of fraudulent business ventures, such as Ponzi schemes and pyramid schemes. Jeffrey Moffett, Stevens' lawyer, went on to describe Akon City as broken promises. Akon has provided almost no transparency about who is investing in Akon City or how it will be purportedly built. Therefore, Akon City is likely a scam, Moffett wrote, citing Thomason's affidavit. Furthermore, there is a scant information about how the cryptocurrency would work, and is being promoted with raffles and tokens, which are characteristics of a multi-level marketing scheme, the filing claimed. The affidavit even mentions Akon's legal troubles with the IRS, which allegedly placed liens on the rapper's real estate because he owed over $6 million in taxes. But a representative for Akon described the allegation as not based on any evidence, adding they are nothing but innuendo and speculation made by someone who had a claim against Akon dismissed. The representative finished by saying Akon is proud of the efforts he is making to create opportunities for his homeland, Senegal. Another red flag is that many investors in Akon who want their money back after losing faith in the project have been waiting for their cash for the past 3 years without it ever making its way back into their bank accounts. He also admits that he was not aware that people who requested refunds were not getting them. There are even concerns about whether the Akon crypto will work at all as a medium of exchange, assuming Akon City comes to fruition. This is because, concerning the legality of using cryptocurrencies in Senegal, a country regulated by the Central Bank of West African States, or BCEAO, the BCEAO has not only cautioned about the hazards of cryptocurrency, but has also apparently declared it unlawful. Furthermore, there is also the fact that the state support for the initiative, which was once fervent, has subsequently soared. The concept was first supported by Senegal's ex-president Macky Sall and the Society for the Development and Promotion of Coast and Tourist Zones, also known as SAPCO, which loaned the singer $2 million for the initiative. But in 2023, SAPCO handed Akon an official warning that if the project is not completed by 2024, his contract will be cancelled. Akon City has been involved in land rights disputes. Former President Macky Sall gave him the 2,000 acres of land he needed for the project. The land belonged to several hundred persons who are still owed compensation by the Senegalese government a decade on. Moreover, the unveiling and design of Akon City have fueled widespread suspicion and skepticism, with many viewing it as a potential scam orchestrated to capitalize on the Afrofuturistic allure reminiscent of fictional realms like Wakanda. Embracing a striking aesthetic straight from the realms of video games, fantasy and sci-fi, Akon City's resemblance to the utopian vision portrayed in Black Panther is undeniable, a connection emphasized by Akon himself, who describes it as a real-life Wakanda. Intriguingly, the timing of Akon's announcement closely follows the release of blockbuster film in February 2018, prompting accusations of opportunism and exploitation of Black Panther's immense popularity. Akon has said in the past that his eponymous city will not only provide jobs, but would also be a sanctuary for African Americans seeking to reconnect with their African roots. I wanted to build a city or a project like this that will give them the motivation to know that there is a home back home, the singer said at a press conference in 2020. This has led many to accuse Akon of simply cashing in on Black Panther's hype, leveraging the allure of Afrofuturism and renewable energy technologies to peddle an illusory dream to African American rappers desperate to reconnect their roots. After all, who wouldn't want to live in an Afrofuturistic city that uses the latest technologies of blockchain and cryptocurrency and is entirely powered by renewable energy after seeing Black Panther? This juxtaposition of futuristic innovation and cultural nostalgia against the backdrop of no substantial progress and unanswered questions about funding have rightly fueled suspicions of Akon City's legitimacy, prompting scrutiny into whether it is a genuine endeavor to create a sustainable future for Africa or merely a cynical cash grab that will also help Akon stay relevant in the public eye. But can we say for sure that Akon City is a definite scam? In conclusion, the question of whether Akon City is a legitimate venture or its scam remains unresolved. Yes, despite ambitious promises and grand visions, the reality on the ground paints a troubling picture, with the vast majority of land still serving as grazing grounds for cattle years after its announcement. Early backers expressed growing skepticism as efforts to retrieve the investment languish without resolution. Criticisms regarding the project's overly futuristic ambition, its perceived exploitation of Black Panther's cultural cachet, and the absence of tangible progress further fueled doubts about its authenticity. Additionally, legal challenges including the fact that crypto isn't legal tender in Senegal, as well as the lawsuit in New York alleging a Ponzi scheme, cast a shadow over Akon City's legitimacy. But Akon is adamant that a $6 billion Afrofuturistic smart city that will run on renewable energy and cryptocurrency is no scam. According to him, he plans to retire in Akon City, even though the coronavirus and other factors have hindered the project's commencement. However, if Akon City is to be more than a pipe dream for Senegal and Africa, concrete action is imperative. New timelines, transparent communication, and swift resolution for disillusioned investors are imperative to salvage the project's credibility. Without decisive steps to address these and many other pressing issues, Akon City risks being relegated to a mere fantasy, disillusioning Senegalese and Africans alike, tarnishing the reputation of one of the continent's most prominent musical figures. Your perspective matters. Do you think Akon City is a complete sham that should start receiving more legal attention and action? Or do you think it is legitimate and that patience and trust are necessary to see this futuristic city become a reality? Share your insights and thoughts in the comments below. For continued updates on global affairs and diplomatic developments, be sure to subscribe to the New Africa channel Stay informed, stay engaged. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to bringing you more insightful content in the future.